This is Stephen Colbert's 2006 commencement address at Knox College. Can I, any timer? Thank you. Thank you very much. First, I'm facing a little bit of a conundrum here. My name is Stephen Colbert. I play someone on television named Stephen Colbert who says things with a straight face he doesn't mean. I'm not sure which one of us you invited here to speak today. I'm just going to talk and let you figure it out. Well, it's an honor to be giving your commencement here today at Knox College. I want to thank Mr. Pedestra for asking. I'm reminded of my own graduation 20 years ago at Northwestern University. I didn't start there. I finished there. On graduation day, we're all in our gowns. I go up to the podium to get my folder with my diploma in it. As I get it from the dean, she leans in close to me. She smiles, and she says, "I'm sorry." I have no idea what she means, so I go back to my seat and I open it up. And instead of having the diploma inside, there's a scrap that has scrawled on it, "See me." Evidently, I had an incomplete and an independent study, and I did not have enough credits. And when your whole family shows up and you have to get your picture taken with them, and instead of holding up your diploma, you hold up the torn scrap of a yellow legal pad, that is a humbling experience. But eventually I finished. I got my credits, and next year at Christmas time, I went there to get my diploma. They said that I had an overdue library fine, and they wouldn't give it to me again. And they eventually mailed it to me, I think. I'm pretty sure I graduated from college. But I guess the question is, why have a two-time commencement loser like me speak to you today? Well, I was recently named Time Magazine's 100 most influential people in the world. I guess I have more fans in sub-Saharan Africa than I thought. I'm right here on the cover between Katie Couric and Bono. That's my little picture, a sexy little sandwich between those two. But the best reason for me to come to speak at Knox College is that I attended Knox College. This is part of my personal history that you will rarely see reported. Partly because the press doesn't do the proper research, but mostly because it is not true. How great would it be if I could actually come back here, if I was coming back to my alma mater to be honored like this? I could share with you all the happy memories that I spent here. You know, all of us alumni, we remember being at Seymour Hall, playing those drinking games. We played a drinking game called Lincoln Douglas. Great game. What you do is you act out the Lincoln Douglas debate. And whenever somebody mentions the Dred Scott decision, you have to chug a beer. Well, technically, 3/5 of a beer. You do have a good education. I wasn't sure if anybody was going to get that joke. I soon learned that a frat house, divided against itself, cannot stand. How can I forget cheering on the team, the Knox College Knockers, the Prairie Fire? Seriously, the Prairie Fire. Your team is named after something that can get you federal disaster relief. I assume the flash floods was taken. But today is about you who have worked so hard. But now your time at college is at an end. Now you are leaving here, and this leads me to a question that just isn't asked enough at commencement. Why are you leaving here? Today, globalization, emails, cell phones interconnect our nations like never before. It is possible for the most insulated American to have friends from all over the world. For instance, I recently received an email asking me to help a disposed Nigerian prince recuperate his fortune. Thanks to the flexibility of global banking, a Swiss bank account is waiting for my share of his money. I know because I just emailed him my social security number. Unfortunately for you, corporations have moved many of their operations overseas, whether it's a power factory foreman or an American flag manufacturer. They're just as likely to be found in Shanghai as Omaha. In fact, outsourcing is so easy that I had this speech today written by a young man named Panjib from Bangalore. If you don't like the jokes, I assure you they were much funnier in Urdu. There are so many challenges facing this next generation. And as I said earlier, you are up for these challenges. And I agree, except that I don't think you are. You are the most cuddled generation in history. I belong to the last generation that did not have to wear a car seat, did not have to wear a helmet when they rode a bike. Oh, by the way, I should have said my speech today may contain some peanut products. But you seem nice enough, so I'll try to give you some advice. If someone does offer you a job, say yes. You can always quit later. It's better to be one of the unemployed than one of the never employed. Nothing works worse on a resume than nothing. So say yes. In fact, say yes as often as you can. There was one rule I was taught about improv. That was yes and. Yes anding means that when you go on stage to improvise a scene with no script, you have no idea what's going to happen with people that you've never met before. Well, you are about to start the greatest improvisation of all, with no script. No idea what's going to happen with people you've never met before. And you are not in control. So say yes. And if you're lucky, you'll find people who will say yes back. Will saying yes get you in trouble at times? Yes, it will. But don't be afraid to be a fool. Remember, you cannot be young and wise. Young people who think they are wise are just really cynics. Cynics say no. Saying yes begins things. I have two last pieces of advice. First, being pre-approved for a credit card does not mean that you have to apply for it. And lastly, the best career advice I can give you is to get your own TV show. It pays well, the hours are good, and you are famous. And eventually, some very nice people will give you a doctorate in fine arts for doing jack squat. Thank you, and have a good day.